We got an article. Black man brutalized and wrongful arrest gets $500,000 from city. Black man brutalized and wrongful arrest received $5,000. Heck yeah. Check it out.
Attorneys for Travis Price,
Travis
a black
Price.
man who was wrongfully arrested more than 2 years ago, say their client has come to terms on a $500,000 settlement for his lawsuit against the city of Rock Hill, South Carolina. For people that don't know, Rock Hill, South Carolina is right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. It might as well be Charlotte. Per WCNC, Price settlement is one of the largest in the city's history. According to copy of the complaint obtained by Atlanta Black Star, on June 23rd, 2021, Price was driving home when he saw that his brother Ricky Price was being arrested at a gas station. He pulled into the parking lot and approached where officers were holding Ricky. The officers ordered Price to stand by while they removed Ricky's handcuffs so they could give him his brother's jury. This is according to the Black Star, Atlanta Black Star. Simultaneously, according to the complaint, Rock Hill officer Jonathan Morano was executing a search warrant of Ricky's car, a search of Ricky's car. When he finished, he approached a group of and allegedly attacked Price without cause of legal justification. A bystander's video showed Morano on top of Price while he is lying on the concrete. The officers struggled to restrain Ricky, who noticed what is happening to his brother. And this, of course, is again according to Atlanta Black Star, and we actually have obtained some video about that. So let's take a look at this video.
Let's take a look at it.
This how Rock Hill do it, y'all. What is he doing to him? What is he doing to him? I got it on camera. I got it on camera. He ain't doing nothing, y'all. I don't care. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at the dog. Look at this. He ain't doing nothing. Y'all, look, he not doing nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Somebody come help them. He ain't even do. Look at him, y'all. Look at the police. Look at the police. He got him on the fake. Travis is a good boy. He is a good boy. Look how they tasing him, y'all. I'm getting closer. Look how they beating his ass. He ain't even doing nothing. Get off of him. Get off of him. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get off of him. He is beating him. Oh, my God. That's dumb. That's dumb. They locking him up for nothing. Y'all, look at this. I'm glad I got it on live. I got it on live. They gonna go down for this, y'all. Cause they, oh, look at his face. Oh my God, y'all, look at his face. Oh my God, look at his face, y'all. Y'all wrong for that.
This is
Holy mackerel.
This is so ridiculous and also so American. The cameras don't stop them. We know that.
Yeah.
We watched them choke George Floyd with their knee on his neck and their hands in their pocket.
Yeah. We've seen cops on camera executing Breonna Taylor and Dante Wright for no reason. None at all. Yeah, we see it like that. Just like there's like the trial now going in Tacoma. It's been going on for a couple weeks. The Manny Ellis case, where 3 cops or 2 will be charged with murder and the third one will be charged manslaughter. Yeah, just like how the police officer who was doing 74 miles an hour 25 zone who killed Janavi Kandula, and you get stupid fucks like Daniel Otter who laugh about her death, saying, "Oh, she's 23. Oh, she just wrote a check for $11,000. She had limited resources and value."
And the movement that came after it wasn't enough. Because if you look at each year since George Floyd's murder, the police killing black men has went up. What we just watched is gang-style beating sanctioned by the United States government.
What we just saw in the video is pretty much like a Rodney King beatdown. Kind of cops, you got all these cops throwing down a couple young men who were doing absolutely nothing. Kind of like, what does it remind you, ladies and gentlemen? Tyree Nichols. Yeah. And guess what? 1 cop already pleaded guilty, so I'm thinking 1 down, 5 more to go on that case.
In this case, Rock Hill, South Carolina. According to Atlanta Black Star, Price was choked, physically assaulted, slammed to the pavement with great force, handcuffed, and placed under arrest. The complaints say throughout the assault, Price attempted on multiple occasions to inform Morano that he was merely doing what other city officers had instructed him to do. Price kept his hands in the air in a non-threatening manner, and Price at no time attempted to nor did he make physical contact with Morano or any other officers. Price stated that he was complying, was not resisting arrest, and he had not done anything wrong. We watched that. We know that. Following the incident, Price was charged with hindering police, but was later cleared of wrongdoing. However, per his lawsuit, the city attempted to disparage him in their statements about the incident, as it alleged he was uncooperative, sheriff officers, and yelled belligerently. This is only telling of what the South, what America believes black men can and can't do. Basically, you cannot stand up or speak out against white men. And when you do, even though he wasn't yelling belligerently, the fact that he was standing straight, the fact that he was...
It's not the fact about it, it's just black men standing for a white police officer. It's the fact in this day and age, cops don't like it when you stand up to their tyranny, their corruption. When you don't answer the questions, and you ask them questions, when you don't comply, you don't back down, give up your rights, because you know what, you have the right of freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of petition, freedom of assemble, freedom of petition as well, and you also have the right to record as well, and you also have the First Amendment freedom of religion as well. And when you sit there standing up to police officers like that, you won't give up your rights, like failure to ID, answer questions like, why are you detaining me, why are you stopping me, I've done nothing wrong. And guess what, when you don't back down from the thin blue line of thugs and tyranny like that, guess what's going to happen? They're going to throw you down the ground. It has nothing to do with about the skin of your color, it's like that. They'll profile you who you are. Doesn't matter. Cops are not your friends. They're here. They're your enemy. They'll find any ways and means to justify to make an arrest in order to maintain peace and restore order.
Would dare stop and see why his brother's been arrested.
Yeah.
All of that is questioning the establishment in a way that makes him deserving of the ass whipping we just watched. Say what you want. This is America. This is commonplace. This is commonplace, and these videos don't stop it. So all these people say, at least we got videos of it. We had videos of Bloody Sunday, y'all. Bloody Sundays happened in the 60s. We still got cops hitting people
Sunday, Bloody Sunday,
with nightsticks, and further punching them in their face, beating them as if we are animals, and in some cases, shooting them to their dead.
I mean, it's not just the fact. I mean, you got police officers. They don't treat you as your friend or victim or witness. They treat you like a suspect. In this day and age, we're not free against corruption, government, and police officers. We are a slave into mentality. We are nothing but a product placement and a number and a paycheck and meat shield. That's all we are to the police officers of America.
Sharon, what do you say about this?
Well, I'd start with this. Look at how the conversation pivots even. Look at where they have us starting. We're literally arguing over the fact, or they want us to, whether this black man was perfect enough to not deserve a beating. Wouldn't you be belligerent if you were getting mixed signals and then they tased your ass? Wouldn't you be belligerent? This small city in South Carolina, and you'd know better than I am, Mayor, I don't know why I always think you're the expert on everything in the South, but you know a lot. They pride themselves. They even have a mural in front of the Mercantile, I think it is, honoring the Friendship Nine, who sat in at that lunch counter all about desegregating things. It was a test case, and it picked up momentum from there. And they had that mural. No room for racism. There's plenty, again, I don't fault the people who want to honor history and brave people who came before them. But there is plenty of room for racism in Rockville because we just watched it. That's not an isolated incident. That's not a misunderstanding. When you beat the you-know-what out of someone, really on first sight, that's what it's called. Racism. I don't believe a white woman would be treated that way. And nowhere in there did I say they've never been treated that way. I just mean it's commonplace for us to have to deal with this. Doing the right thing. I want to get to a place in America that I don't know we'll get to in my lifetime or perhaps my daughter's, where you can actually do the wrong thing and not get your ass beat.
Indeed, I mean, and we see that we see instances where people do the wrong thing and still don't get handled and treated this way. Unfortunately, they don't look like us. But this is not it. The city's false statements would be reported by media outlets and amplified by officials like Representative Ralph Norman. While Norman, who is also listed as a defendant in the complaint, updated his post days later, he failed to retract his original defamatory statement, which led to a wave of comments attacking Price. As for the officer Morano, he was fired from the department and charged with third-degree assault and battery. But a jury found him not guilty last year.
Oh, jeez, of course.
Listen to me. We have to remind people, Sharon, on a regular basis. And people may say Mundell is a broken record when it comes to policing and black bodies. We have to remind people that to be black in America and interact with a police officer is almost a death sentence, surefire. The fact that juries don't defend or see guilt in what we just watched is absolutely baffling to me.
Well, here's the problem too. The statistic as well too. Most of the time when jurors are hired, you have a lot of jurors that can side with police officers no matter what. And quite a few juries in this day and age, you got quite a few bootlickers in the Father Dweeb's network that gonna go around and say, "Oh, we back the blue no matter what." There is no such thing as a bad police officer. And you got the people around that pocket that go around and say, "Oh, back the blue until it happens to you. Oh, only blue lives matter."
Sharon, I'm gonna give it to you before we go to break.
Well, that's because these juries are by and large looking for ways to exonerate the indefensible.
Well, it's not just looking for their as well, Sharon. It's the fact that a lot of these people on the juries, they look the other way. They got blinders on. They don't see the evidence that's presented like that. They're thinking, oh, it's made up, or it's corroborated, or they'll think it's doctored up. People are just blinded. They think cops are good cops because a lot of these people they probably have the blue line flag in their house or their car like that. And say, oh, and they have the mentality, oh, we always back the blue. We support our police officers.
They're actually looking for it. And the civil rights lessons we learned, the painful ones, Medgar Evers, the rest, these are the lessons that are being played out again today. They're looking for ways to clear white people because our blood is not worth anything. Black skin, black trauma is not as important or even worth noting sometimes. So of course, walked 3 and third-degree assault. Give me a break. Really? And the media, hey, I had these fights all the time, Mayor, all the time in the newsroom. I just wanted to tell the truth. And a police statement where someone's convicted that they handed me across the desk is not the truth. It's an element that needs to be qualified.
You know, and here's the way, I'll say this as well too. It is so fascinating, absolutely appalled. Especially yesterday. I mean, I dropped like 5 news stories like that. A couple were yes from TYT, Dr. Rashad Ritchie, but other times I get my news from local news, like other media, like sister stations of like ABC, NBC, or Fox as well. I even get a lot of my news stories from like Como 4, King 5 News, or Fox 13, KCPQ as well. I get a lot of my stories. But you got people that like the Philemon and the Silicon Valley Dweeb networks and the puppy mill, they sit there mock and laugh about my news like that. No, the news I present is facts, credible proof, and it's got receipts like that. See, those people, all they do is run to BitChute and Odyssey, propaganda and pumping out fake news like gun bed SIAT program, treason, 33, all kinds of bullshit. Like, I mean, you just look at this month. You look at the Silicon Valley explosion. I mean, you just got like, what the heck is up their butt?
And we know, too often, police lie. Yeah,
Of course police lie.
They do lie, too often. Not isolated, as you said.
But here's the good thing about it. Seattle recently passed a law where cops cannot lie. Now, if it comes to a felony, yeah, that's a difference. But they cannot lie to you when it comes to like a misdemeanor crime as well. They can't do the ruse as a chase as well like that.
Not bad apples. This is what we're working with.
and I think it's a shame that I need to say this, but I
And
just
Steve
had a conversation
Leto
this
was
morning
talking
at the
about that
poll
too on the video
that
the
I
other
was
day.
just sparked about.
Wow.
Somebody told me that I show up as racist because I point out the things that have happened to black people in the past as it pertains to white supremacy and are still happening, and their connections between the two. I want to say this, and I don't normally say this. If you are a white person and you are offended that we are talking about the policing system in this light, and also all of the systems that oppress black people and other folk of color and other minorities in this country, I think you need to do a self-check, honestly, because you may be harboring something. What makes you believe that you are responsible for the targeting and harm that black people feel and go through unless you are okay with it?
No, I don't. I don't question anything like that. I expand my knowledge of like that. Yes, I see all the time. It's really unfortunate that black people get targeted by the police and the system. But I expand my knowledge. It's like it just not happen. I see it to white people, minorities, Mexican, all this like that. It's people got clotheslined like the Silicon Valley splooge crew, and you got those people. They're always criticizing, and slamming on Jews, saying, "Oh, the Jews run this company, that company," like that. It's people like Philemon are racist as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He was out here, my peace out.